this is video number 3 in a series of 6 on improving your sales. Born out of a workshop I did recently up in Auckland, where I realised this is a very handy and useful topic for everybody out there. So, number 3, this one is more for those who are in what I would describe as consultative selling, which is a lot of Kiwis. So not so much for retailers, but if you meet people and have a conversation to sell, I would say you're in consultative selling, and here is a very simple and powerful technique or strategy for you. And it is simply setting an agenda. Setting an agenda. What does that mean? What does that look like? When you meet someone, do the usual chit chat, establish rapport, find out about their weekend, or establish that connection. That's important. But when you get into the business part of the meeting, start by setting an agenda and telling them how this conversation is going to go. What I've noticed is a lot of Kiwis in particular get weird or find it difficult to start talking about money or asking for a sale. Setting an agenda actually makes that very, very easy. For me, as a coach, our structure is, hey look, so this is what I plan to, how I expect today to run. I'll give you a little bit about my background so you know who you're talking to. Then I'll be firing a whole bunch of questions at you just to understand your position, your situation, and what's going on. From that, I'll probably be making a bunch of recommendations immediately. And depending on how the conversation's gone, then you and I can decide whether we want to keep talking about how this works ongoing, or whether I wish you well and we part ways. Now, what that has done is everyone's happy with that, it relaxes it, everyone knows what's coming, and I have already set the tone to make it okay to talk about an ongoing relationship, a la a sale or a future of us actually doing some work together, if it's appropriate. So if the conversation ends or wanders or goes off topic, it's very easy to bring it back in. Now, I keep my blurb about me very, very short. Another great thing in there when you get to the asking questions is say, so do you mind if I ask you a few questions now? That simple question in terms of getting permission gives you carte blanche to ask everything you want. I've never had someone sit there and say, no, you can't ask me any questions now. It's bound to happen at some point. I've never experienced it, and you know that you're not going anywhere. Don't waste your time, move on. There's plenty more fish out there, but get permission. The previous video number 2, was talking about unconvincing questions and being unconvincing. So if you haven't heard that one yet, go back, find it, and review that one. Once you get into your section about asking questions, follow some of those principles, and your role is to diagnose their problem. Literally ask questions, find out. You don't want to prescribe a solution or prescribe a medicine if you're a doctor without understanding what the symptoms are, what the problems are. Now, I hope that through one way, shape or form, our solution is the best outcome for the prospect. But let them discover that for themselves, walk them through that so that you can be assured and they can be assured. And on the next breath, if it becomes apparent genuinely that you are not their best option or their best solution, tell them. Be okay with that. Recommend them to someone else. What I find is, while they might not become a client or then or there and then, what that does in terms of goodwill, word of mouth, and future prospects is massive in terms of their trust for you, their respect for you, their willingness to refer you, and they appreciate it, and you're not trying to fit a square peg into a round hole. What you can do at that point, with the sense of reciprocity, if they're grateful, if you've made good recommendations and you've potentially even helped them there and then, is to ask who else they know that they might be able to introduce to you. Right? They want to give back, they will be grateful, and you can extend your own sales funnel by asking your prospects, even the ones that don't become clients, who else you might be able to talk to and get introductions that way. So set the agenda. Makes the transition very, very easy into the sales conversation. It puts them at ease, and again, will help your conversion rate increase. So refer back to video 2 in terms of being unconvincing. Use that, use the agenda, and watch your sales improve. See you in the next 3 videos.